天狼は炎で沈む金龍海は涙で濡れる混乱と高度の運命でこのシステムを我ら砕け天狼は炎で沈む金龍海は涙で濡れる混乱と高度の運命でこのシステムを我ら砕け燃やせ壊せやっとの時代は終わったぜ鎖は切れた金は殺すホストはクラッとタクがブーストビットコインが王座を奪い銀行不要自由を奪回中央なしで支配は消える未来のドアを俺たち開けるコインが王座を奪い均衡不要自由をバック中央なしで支配は消える未来のドアを俺たち開ける光が燃える煙が舞う AI が仕事を奪うだが俺らは止まらない新世界に火を灯す天狼は炎で沈む金龍海は涙で濡れる混乱と高度の運命でこのシステムを我ら砕け燃やせ壊せやっとの時代は終わった クだブーストビットコインが王座を奪い銀行不要自由奪回中央なしで支配は消える未来のドアを俺たち開けるインカ燃える煙が舞う AI が仕事を奪うだが俺らは止まらない新世界に火を灯す
What's the second button? There is no second pass.
How's it going, guys? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Crypto Chaos. It's I, the Crypto Otaku. Bringing you some lighthearted education, surrounded by chaos. How's it going, guys? How you doing? How you feeling? We've got a great show ahead for you. Not as much chaos as I'd like to today. The market's kind of just seeming lackluster. Everything just kind of being propped up by earnings. Most companies are not even doing earnings this week. They're actually trying to hold off. It's ridiculous. Let's get back into the chat. How are you guys doing? The thing, one of the buttons and the things. This one. Yeah, there we go. A guy, how's it going? Oh snap is right. 94,300, running up a little bit since the market opened in Japan. Laser eyes to the moon. What's up, Otaku? How's it going, Heidegger? How's it going? How's it, Eddie LT? How's it going? The Strawberry Dragon's also here as well. Good evening, everyone, and more chaos. Yes, more. Bring it on. Okay, Danny, yo, what's up? Japan will buy the dip and release Gojira. Of course, we got Gojira dancing right now in the, on the live. Gotta clean up the dancing mascots before we get the show started. Here we go. Danny in the house. Super Danny. Milk Money 25. What is up, everyone? MM 25 in the house as well. Yeah, looks like Japan wants to buy this dip. Everything we looked at today has been pretty much invalidated, other than, of course, the winning. The winning from last night.
You may even get
tired
of winning.
Nani?
Say, please, winning. Can't take it anymore.
Oh, God, guys. I'm so tired of winning. All right, so last night, of course, hitting our bull target pretty much right on the dot. If it was just a little to the right, look at that. Boom, would have fit perfectly. A little off, of course, but still. I'm giving that one to me. That one's mine, guys. All right. So anyway, playing into our bullish target, rolling on over in the market. Took a little while, though. It wasn't until the market closed. So I'm curious to see what the ETFs closed at. Usually around 3 o'clock, of course, the ETFs settle. So it wasn't until just slightly after the ETFs closed that we started rolling on out and getting this dip. Really strange price action happening again today. And of course, the foreign markets wake up to it. And what are they going to do? They're going to gobble it all up and, of course, run this all the way back up. And we're going to play out this range yet again. Nothing has changed. Look at this. Nothing has changed. Same exact range we were in the last 2 days. So interesting. Last 2 days. Hell, this has been going on for about a week now. If you don't count this little, bit of a hike up there into the end of last week. So it's been about a week and it's stuck in this range, in this hill up here. And we're going to die on this hill. We probably will die on the hill. Bitcoin's price at 94K might die on this hill and never come back. We just don't know. That's what we're waiting for. We need confirmation on liftoff, right? Liftoff. And of course, that's why we have this here. and a little further out. If it doesn't play out here, it'll probably play out by the end of the week into Sunday next week, with the market pumping in the morning on Sunday. All right, morning. You know, the market. Their Sunday, our Sunday, their Monday, whatever. So their Sunday, our fun day. Anyway, God, I'm derailing my own chat. How's it going? It's over. Pack it up. GG. It's over. God, he called it. Quint called it in the chat. It's over, guys. We're going home. See ya. Where am I gonna go, guys? I don't know. Oh, I do have news on that. I have no idea where I'm going. Apparently, the apartment I was looking at, I was so close to getting into, has pretty much has failed me. So I'm looking. I'm still looking, guys. I don't know where I'm going yet. We'll figure it out, I guess. Storage unit, here I come. I'm gonna be doing live streams at McDonald's here in a few weeks, guys. All right, okay. So anyway, what's going on with Bitcoin tonight? Let's take a look at the live heat map brought to you for free by Kim of the White Snow Line. Anime reference for those who know on YouTube. Stupid. That's right. Don't pay for something you get for free. All right, so right now it looks like again we're still ranging the same exact levels. Look at this, though. We're getting really strong at this new local bottom of 93.5, 94K. We bounced off of that just right before the live stream. So let's zoom in real quick and identify. Yeah, right there it was. Of course, the very bottom of our range, actually a little higher now than it was yesterday. So bullish, guys, bullish. That's where we are right now. Hopefully we can maintain that as new leg of support. And we just continue this train wreck higher. this move higher. Hopefully we'll see this break out to a new high of at least 96.3 if we want to, just kind of keep on trickling upward with every single nation state and every single corporation, every single company buying up all what's left of Bitcoin. We're going to get into that. There's a lot of whale institutional buying right now. We're also looking at Arizona, still just one signature away from $8 billion purchase of Bitcoin, potentially right at right out the gate, whatever. God. I'm just feeling some kind of way today, guys. I'm feeling some kind of way, but Bitcoin doesn't care. We're gonna continue going forward. All right, so that's kind of what we're looking at tonight, guys, and we're going to update that throughout the stream as we go along. Right now, it looks like we just want to keep moving on up and continuing this in Japan right now. Japan opened. Japan just opened roughly like a half hour ago or so. Okay, moving on. 36,787 billion is our current national debt here in the United States. And we are borrowing more and more money every single year. Right now, our national federal deficit budget is at $2 trillion. I'm expecting this to be as high as $6 trillion, maybe as low as $4 trillion. We'll see how low they get that one in with the big, beautiful bill that they still have to spend in the fall, October, November, September-ish time frame. If we don't get a government shutdown, as you usually do get threats of that right around that time frame. Anyway, U.S. recession in 2025 ticking upward ever so closer to 70% chance. Yes, guys. I'm going to do it again. I've already flipped 4 of these, and we've had 3. Yeah. Damn! That's 4. 4 out of 5 now are now, positive chance for recession. There's a little bit more of a of an edge off that. JP Morgan is definitely calling for it. Anyway, that's still in the poly market bets right now. That's scary when everyone is betting on this, guys. Betting on this. Although we don't do recessions anymore, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. We've been in recession for the last 3 years. Fear right now gripping the entire markets. Right now, fear and greed for stock market still sitting at 38 since market close, and crypto fear and greed coming down a little bit at 56. And still in greed though, and if you're not accumulating Bitcoin, I encourage you to do so because it's about to get crazy out here. Right now, the U.S. dollar is sitting at 99.19. Still coming up just a slightly above it on the day. We did see this just barely retest 99 on the spot today. But of course, we did not get any dice. It did not fall through that. We did see this hit 98 just over the last week or so. So I would love for it to go back to those levels and, of course, give us some more legs to move on Bitcoin and risk on assets. But we gotta still wait this one out, and it's getting tighter and tighter in this channel too. So my guess is we're probably gonna see this fall within the next day or two. All right, hopefully get underneath that 898 target. Crypto bubbles right now looking kind of orange, right? Ish, red-ish, orange, yellow. Yeah, it's kind of selling off, consolidating again. We've had a lot of things kind of pump within the last week. Things are still up quite a bit on the last week, even the last month. So yeah, there's a whole bunch left to consolidate downward if we need to on all of these tokens. But on the day right now, it's kind of a meh. Just kind of erased. Probably, if you look at most of these charts, are probably looking like Bart Simpson's right now. Take a look real quick. There's some random coins I want to click on. Boom. What do we got here? That's not a coin. That's a NASDAQ. Avalanche. Boom. Yeah, Bart Simpson. What do we got here? Swift coin. That looks like it's recovering, actually. Well, that one's been selling off a little bit more than the rest of them. Solana, Bart Simpson, boom, down, done. It's game over. We're done with this. Within this is the last 15 minutes. Look at the hourly, the daily. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, just lost the entire day. Lost the entire day. What else we got here? Atom, lost the entire day. Was it Tars AI? Yeah, lost the entire day. So everything kind of just retracing back to where we started the day, pretty much. On the daily for most of our projects. All right, so I'm going to pretty much call that there. Pretty much self-explanatory. I think you guys get the idea. All righty. Market cap for Bitcoin dominance. Look at this. It's still getting so close to 65%. Sailor.
This entire idea of like 60% dominance is bullshit, ridiculous, stupid, right? Like, it's stupid. It's not 60% dominant.
Stupid. It's stupid, guys. It should be 99% dominant. No, it's still sitting right around 64, 65% dominance. Crazy time to be alive. Still waiting for this to roll over. Again, I reminded you guys on the stream many times. The last time we seen a Bitcoin dominance this high was right before the rollover into altcoin season. So be prepared. Be prepared. It could be right around the corner if it plays out that way. We may not have Bitcoin dominance rollover. We don't know. I still think it'll pull back. I just don't think it'll pull back as much as it did in the past. Maybe instead of 40%, we might see a 50%. Maybe instead of 40%, we might see a 60% or 55%. I think this time will be a little different, but we're still waiting for this, again, to roll over. Maybe Bitcoin will have to go up to 70% dominance again before it rolls over. I don't know, guys. There's going to be a massive gold rush for Bitcoin before or while it's happening for the rest of the markets. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. All right. Cryptocurrencies by market cap, the top 10 assets in our space right now. What is happening? Anything moving around, shifting? Of course, we got the King Crypto at number 1, but what else is below it? We'll get into that right now. Tron still sitting at number 10 from yesterday. Cardano holding on number 9. Dogecoin at number 8. Nothing new has changed there. Sui's moving back up to number 11. That's within the last week or so. That's kind of new. Avalanche, look at this. Avalanche coming back up to number 13. We're claiming that $21, $22 price action. Still super early for this coin. My God. I mean, this coin could definitely hit, $100, $200, $300 range in the middle of the bull market. All right, what else we got? Of course, honorable mention going out to Jasmy. Where is Jasmy? What is Jasmy? Well, Jasmy, of course, is the freedom the data freedom play in Japan. I call it, of course, the financial freedom equivalent to Bitcoin, or the data democracy play like Bitcoin. The Bitcoin of Japan, Jasmy, of course, protecting your data and also selling it if you wish. That is the goal for Jasmy. Sitting at number 78 in market cap. And what else? We're also looking at. We're also always looking at XCN right now, holding up as well. Last time we saw XCN, it was sitting around the outskirts, right around 100 in market cap, still sitting there today. So nothing really has changed. Again, most coins have just lost a day of trading. All right. Before I go any further, let's check back in the chat real quick. Quint is blowing up the chat. What is up, Quint? It's over. Pack up, go. Did you catch the dip on Sin Otaku? No dry powder yet. Still need to sell this house. Damn this house. But yeah, still waiting on that. Cody says, "What's up, guys? Am I late?" Well, you might be late on buying some of your favorite assets. But if you're coming in today. Well, you can buy the dip from yesterday because now yesterday's prices are now today's prices on most of your favorite altcoins. No, you're not late, Cody. I'm just messing with you.
What are you, stupid?
Yeah, we're going to 50 cents, says Quint. 50 cents on XCN? Is that what you're referring to? 50 cent XCN? Quint, you heard it here first, guys. I'll buy that for
I'd buy that for $1.
Oh, man. Mm-hmm. Oh, crazy. Oh, Sin. Yeah, Sin. Synapse, right? Synapse. Synapse. Quint says also XCN 50 cents. Don't be crazy. I'm trolling. What's our exit on that? Like 20? I think mine's around 20, somewhere like that. Anyway, moving on. Yes. How many Bitcoin are left across all exchanges right now? Look at this. Boom. We are starting to dip. We just had a whole bunch get thrown on exchanges. Settling for these ETFs as BlackRock just purchased $1 billion, like I think every day this week so far, somewhere in that range. Well, of course, we've got that in the real news coming up here in a bit on X. But yeah, we are starting to take more and more off the exchanges as days go by. Days go by. That's one of my favorite EDM songs, by the way. Like back in the day, man. Days go by. Sounds like a name of a soap opera. All right, the days of our lives. Okay, moving on. Of course, Bitcoin hodlers, Bitcoin holders, Bitcoin treasuries, revealing them, of course, the max holders of our space in terms of corporations, institutions, governments. U.S. MicroStrategy still sitting at 553,000 biddies. That's crazy. I think they just bought more today, too. I think they doubled down. But don't quote me on that. Because this is definitely not going to be up to date. But yeah, they're getting closer to that $600,000 Bitcoin target. Capital 21 also is going to be purchasing here soon. I think is it $40 billion worth of Bitcoin or something crazy? I forget what. I'm getting the numbers all construed in my head, but yeah, they're going to have a huge big purchase here in a minute. GameStop still hasn't either. Yeah, so we got some time on some of the other acquisitions happening by the end of the month? Question mark? There's only 2 more days until the end of the month, or the beginning of May. May is going to be explosive, guys. I got a feeling. All right, and then we're also looking at iShares Bitcoin Trust is currently holding 598,000 Bitcoin. This is crazy because they're almost neck and neck with Sailor, and Sailor is one company, right? One freaking company, where BlackRock is an asset manager using everyone's funds to purchase Bitcoin, and eventually I think they're going to convert their assets to for Bitcoin. Meaning you buy Bitcoin, you get Bitcoin out. I think that's still the goal in here in America, but as of right now, it is not. It is cash for Bitcoin and then cash back. So BlackRock's IBIT is still looking pretty good for their company holding all the Bitcoin. Again, just throwing that out there. It's just how it's going to work. So yeah, they're using everyone's capital to purchase Bitcoin in the time of speaking. Fidelity as well, sitting there at 200,000 Bitcoin. They've actually updated the website. Props to you. Thank God, Bitcoin treasuries. I'm so sick of complaining about how you're not up to date every single day. U.S. Grayscale Bitcoin Trust sitting at 191,000, and ARK Shares Invests looking at 52.7. All right. Of course, those are the biggest ETFs on the block. We've got many more that have been launched since. Okay, let's get going. Into the next one, of course, is the rainbow chart. What is the rainbow chart? Well, I try to explain a little bit of this stuff every so often. I don't want to leave everyone in the dust, especially anyone looking into things right now, catching the stream for the first time. What the hell am I talking about? I just run through all the metrics every single day. But yeah, right here we're looking at, of course, is the Bitcoin rainbow price chart, which is a good indicator for when you should be buying and selling. Not financial advice, just giving you an idea of where we are in the cycle. And currently, right now, we are still basically in the buy zone. why aren't you buying zone, the buy before it's too late zone, and the buy before generational wealth is missed zone? That's where we currently are right now. Buy, 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 buy. You know, like the NSYNC song. But no, we're not even back to accumulation zones where it's still cheap, or, you know, where we're getting into maximal hollow territories before the run-up into orange being basically a bubble. Should I get out now? Maybe take some profits if you're looking to, you know, play the market that way. Again, not just the entire market, not just Bitcoin, but the entire market in general. This is what I personally have used this for in the past. So yeah, this is a bubble, FOMO intensified, seriously sell, and maximum bubble territory, which, you know, we've actually exceeded one time in this chart, and we've pushed to the top. And of course, last cycle we got short-lived because of the FTX debacle and the Chinese mining ban. Guys, I got to remind you on that nonsense that happened last cycle. It was a doozy. All right, so yeah, guys, it's still so early. Be accumulating. It's not even still cheap until $140,000 Bitcoin and $194,000 Bitcoin. We are still way early. Banana zone isn't even visible yet. We're waiting for the leg and leg upon leg upward to create that banana. All right, moving on. I think I've explained that enough. All right, top 10 assets in the world. I don't think I need to explain this at all. Bitcoin's still holding number 7 as we surpass gold again, binging, bopping around. Silver. Did I say gold? Jeez. Silver. Guys, Bitcoin's only been around for 15, 16 years, already surpassing the largest companies on Earth, the largest assets on Earth, almost the worth of the largest, you know, rare metals on Earth. Obviously exceeding silver, but not quite gold. We will get there. It only takes time. So yeah, we've already flipped Alphabet and Amazon already this year, and we are going to do it again. Nvidia is coming as well, and we've already have to, you know, we don't have to worry about any of these guys down here for quite a while. Facebook, Berkshire Hathaway, Tesla. Tesla's had been, my God, has dumped so far down the list over the years. Okay, anyway, moving on. I think you guys get it. We're getting into the news. Before I get back in the news, let's catch back up on the chat before I lose my voice. I'm going so fast. Like, all right. What else we got in the chat? Otaku is powered by chaos. So is Bitcoin, right? So is Bitcoin. Of course. Q Michael Saylor.
Bitcoin's powered by chaos.
Yes. Thank you, Saylor. I can't hear this stuff tonight. I don't know what's going on in my stream. Anyway. Kirk, how's it going? Kirk, how's it going? Why are black people so into Caspa? What kind of question is that? Oh my God, come on, that's just an overstatement there. Come on. Anyway, Canadians elect central banker Mark Carney as Prime Minister of Canada. Yep. So we talked about a little bit about this last stream, I think, or at least I was talking about it live with Crypto Futures stuff over there. Oh my God, Kirk in the chat, you're crazy. I saw Otaku and thought you might be cool, bro. Come on, Turk. Come on. Anyway, Canadians elect central banker Mark Carney as Prime Minister in Canada. Mark Carney, R.I.P. Canada. Poor Rob. He's moving out of the country, man. I'm gonna try to convince some of my other friends out there in Canada too, but I don't think they really understand how politics work. Anyway, Mark Carney assumes power after Trump took center stage in Canada's federal election. Mark Carney, the shadowy former governor of, wow, they're really painting a good picture here at Bitcoin.com. You can tell where the bias comes in, right? I'm just letting you guys know. Anyway, Mark Carney, the shadowy former governor of Canada's central bank, was elected as Prime Minister on Monday after a bizarre political contest that was centered around U.S. President Donald Trump. Canada's Liberal Party took power in 2015, leading to record inflation, dismal economic performance, a broken immigration system, sky-high housing prices, and a crime wave that turned Canada into a car theft capital of the world. Who the hell wrote this article? They need to come on my show. God. Frederick Munawa. Seriously. I love the doom, my brother. Anyway, Justin Trudeau, the party's previous leader, now widely considered the country's worst prime minister of all time. There was so much controversy around that particular guy. I remember watching every single episode of South Park every time they could, throw that guy under the bus, they would. Was forced to resign on Canada's top job. And conservative opposition leader Pierre Poilievre was more or less guaranteed to replace the embattled Trudeau. That's what I thought. That's what everyone thought leading up to the polls just a few days ago. All right, so U.S. President Donald Trump has consistently threatened to annex Canada. This is him just smirking about it, I guess. It's silly. Such a troll caption on there. Anyway, but a curious thing happened at Mar-a-Lago on Christmas Day. A little more than a week before Trudeau's exit, Trump bought the idea of annexing Canada, turning it into the 51st state. Many brushed off his comments are bad humor, but over the ensuing months, the president dug his heels and doubled down on the idea. I'm really not trolling, Trump recently told Time magazine. Canada is an interesting case. It didn't take long for Trump to become Canada's public enemy number one, but what no one expected was how Canucks... Frederick, come on, my God. Canucks suddenly turned against their domestic conservatives, lumping them into the same category as Trump's Make America Great Again supporters. Wow. Wow. So, yeah, how about that Canadian politics, guys? So former Deputy Chrystia Freeland dubbed Maple Syrup MAGA. Kind of like the Maple Syrup Mafia. I get it. It's funny. Anyway, until I came along, I remember the Conservative was leading by 25 points. Trump said in a Monday interview, I've thrown the election into a close call, he added. I indeed, Trudeau stepped down. Carney took over the winning a controversial Liberal Party leadership race. The lanky Oxford economics PhD touted his impressive corporate resume and educational background. He consistently lambasted Trump, and polls began showing the most Canadians thought he was better suited to negotiate with the Americans than Poilievre. It sucks. It really sucks. But we've been talking about him for a while since Trump's campaign, because he was also out there, campaigning on Bitcoin as well, just like Trump did towards the end of his campaign. But Poilievre did that back in like 2019. He was doing that kind of stuff. So it was pretty early for Poilievre on Bitcoin. But he did not make it, unfortunately. So I don't want to read the rest of this. It's so long, guys. It's so long. But you guys get the gist. It's a sad day for Canada, as they have elected a central banker. Yikes. Oh, wow. That's the number one thing we're trying to establish, right? It's so sad. Anyway, moving on. Historic AI will begin developing laws in the UAE. That's right, the United Arab Emirates. The government there is launching what they call the first AI-based legislative system, allowing synthetic agents to develop laws and monitor their effects through big data analysis. You know where I'm going with this, guys. Welcome to the dystopian future. UAE enables AI interaction in lawmaking with new smart legislative system. We don't need lawyers anymore. I'm trying so hard not to push the button, guys. I'll get through this. I'll try to get through this. Artificial intelligence, AI, has begun to penetrate all aspects of human life, and the governance is next. On April 14th, the government of the United Arab Emirates, UAE, approved the implementation of what the media is calling the first AI-powered legislative system, paving the way for proposal of law projects with significant synthetic participation. The system will link all judicial rulings into the established jurisdictions, creating a map that connects these rulings with the AI elements. As a participant in the system, the AI will be able to monitor these developments and study the effects of regulations in each jurisdiction with the help of this map. Sheikh, I'm assuming that's how you pronounce that, Mohammed bin Rashid AI Maktoum, Prime Minister of the UAE and a member of the cabinet, and approved this development, expects the AI significantly to improve the legislative process in the UAE. The new AI legislative system will create a qualitative shift in the legislative cycle, its speed and its accuracy, ensuring our national legislative excellence and keeping our laws in line with the best practices and the highest aspirations. AI Maktoum Also highlighted that the system will be able to propose legislative amendments and on its ongoing basis, supported by the analysis of these effects, the big data and statistics. Official reports stated that the expectation is for the tool to enhance the efficiency of the legislative process and accelerate the legislative issuance cycle up to 70%. That's crazy. You know how fast they're going to move bills? Like, it takes us an average of, 180 days in our system to do anything? I mean, we're getting things steamrolling now because Trump's doing all these executive orders, but I mean, we actually took the time to pass something. It takes forever. This new approach to legislation will also create new roles for the AI agents, such as legislative researchers, legislative editors, and legislative monitors. However, neither of these technical details are of the implementation nor the models to be used for the system were specified by the UAE authorities. Of course, they don't want you to invest in their models that are about to roll out here soon. That's all under wraps. All right, guys, you know where I'm going with this, right? Welcome to the dystopian future, where AI and robots are coming after your job. What do I normally say, guys? If you're a driver, a telemarketer, a lawyer, a data entry clerk, a lawmaker, let me just add that to the list now. I might as well. A writer, an accountant, a journalist, a bookkeeper, a receptionist, a bank teller, a travel agent, a factory worker, a customer service representative, all kinds. I've been replaced, guys. Yeah, all kinds. Fast food workers on the chopping block, you know it. Your friends and your loved ones, warn them today. It is coming. It is coming, guys. Or it's already here. It's already begun. I'll say that. All right, moving back. Where are we going? Next? Let's check the chat real quick, and yeah, we'll jump into the next article. It's crazy stuff, guys. Crazy stuff. All right. RIP Canada. Yeah. Please smash that like button. Cody, thank you for shilling me, Cody. I always forget. Please smash the like button for the crypto family, guys. Thank you, Cody. Yeah. If you guys like what you're seeing here tonight, please like, subscribe, do all the things down below. We're building this channel up. We've got over 500 subs now. It's crazy. Yeah, we're getting our viewable hours up as well. I've got an update on that here too. I still can't get like the accurate numbers from YouTube. Like they're always a week behind. So I'm assuming we're somewhere between like 3,000 and 4,000, 3,000, 2,750 or 3,000. I don't really know. They won't tell me. Yeah. Say 1,488 and I'll sub. Kirk, what the hell? What are you setting me up for, Kirk? Jeez, I can only imagine. All right. Jesus. Breaking news. Donald Trump says is still active in the cryptocurrency space. New altcoin may be on the way. Here are the details. Last time we've heard about him playing around in our space, we're talking about a monopoly-like or possibly 1488. What the hell? Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, so new altcoin may be on the way. Here are the details. Anyway, the Monopoly strategy game, I don't know. That was the last time we ever heard of him playing around the space. And we didn't get the actual name of it, so I'm assuming this is probably what we're rolling into right now. According to breaking news, Donald Trump's social media platform Truth Social is considering launching a cryptocurrency. Oh boy, I guess social media, his Truth Social is. Truth Social is considering plans to offer a utility token and a digital wallet as part of their broader strategy to monetize the platform. They're gonna beat Elon on this too. He does not get a freaking break. Of course, if you guys are new to following that entire mess, I guess. Elon was, of course, teasing the implementation of crypto assets on the X platform. Everyone always thought that Doge would have been one of the first ones on the lineup, but he still never got the money transfer license or the adaptability to do it yet on X, as every single thing that he talks about is always delayed to the end of time. And so it looks like Trump is going to beat him on that too. It's funny because he's been playing around in office with him for so long, and he's just like, you know what? Yeah, you haven't done that thing yet? I'm going to do it. God. The Truth Social Media company outlined its future roadmap in the letter and noted ongoing efforts to diversify revenue through advertising and premium subscription offerings through its Truth Plus platform. The proposed token will initially serve as a payment method for Truth Plus subscribers and could eventually be used within the broader Truth ecosystem for other products and services. All right, so that's all we got on there. I don't think there's any more if we follow the link to the original site. It's pretty much just very vague, but looks like that is the idea. So yeah, we're probably going to see that within the next few months, I imagine. He's been making a lot of moves in our space. Obviously, he's got a lot on the line as well. All right, guys. All right. Where are we? I think I just closed some stuff I didn't want to close quite yet. No, we're good. Yeah, it was just the other article that's pertaining to that same article. Anyway, Bitcoin edges above 95,000 as U.S. stocks remain strong as analysts warn of a blind market. This pertains probably to what I've been talking about, how everyone's trading on the backs of no good news. It's blind, going in blind. I'm assuming this is what they're referring to. Let's check Bitcoin real quick before we continue, just to kind of see where we're at. We're claiming right now 94.5 here in the present moment. So yeah, that's kind of where we are right now. Getting back to the 15-minute and looking at the trend, and it's still on the path to the upside. Of course, Japan buying the dip right now. Okay, getting back to this. Bitcoin edges closer or above 95K today. We did hit 95.5, 95.6 earlier, right? Yeah, 95.5. Anyway. So that's what they're referring to there. The crypto market experienced another relatively calm day on Tuesday, despite the widespread pessimism about the impact of the Trump administration tariffs in the economy. Bitcoin is up 1% in the last 24 hours, trading at almost 95.4, 95.5, I just showed you, topping 96K for the first time in the second half of February. We did, of course, see a wick up there, but yeah, who's counting? Who's counting? They are, apparently. All right, crypto stocks had firmly muted performances on Tuesday on Coinbase and Strategy, MicroStrategy, MSTR, up 0.9% and 3.3% respectively. Janover continued the benefit of the Sol accumulation strategy, also doing the same similar thing as MicroStrategy with a buyback option for their Solana. Anyway, that's, Janover. Rising another 16%. The stock market also continued its recovery into the early April tariff-inducing panic, with the S&P 500 and NASDAQ adding 0.5%. For other observers, the market's performance has seemed unanchored from the wave of economic data coming in, suggests that the U.S. economy activity is slowing down due to the tariff policies unleashed by the White House. Consumer confidence came in low on the lowest level since May of 2020. Here we go, guys. Let's freaking go. We're heading right back to the fabled year. I can't say that 2 times twice. Anyway, according to a confidence board survey, while the consumer outlook hit its lowest point since 2011, meanwhile, the JOLT survey indicated that job openings had fallen to 7.19 million in March versus the expected 7.5. The fresh tariff news, Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick said today that a trade deal had been reached with the unspecified country, though the deal is still indeed needed to be ratified with the country's leaders. China? Question mark? Probably not. Some shade on the rally. Hard to fathom how blind the market really is, says Jeff Park, head of Alpha Strategies at Bitwise, posted on X. A Fed cut means nothing if the U.S. creditworthiness is permanently impaired by the global community and as a result of the dollar weaponization. Guys, I have a clip from part of what this interview was from coming up in the real news segment. Oh, I think we're almost there. We got 2 more articles to get through. I think we'll be there after that. But it's crazy the stuff he's talking about. Referring to the recent speculation of whether the U.S. central bank will be forced to lower rates to counter the effect in the Trump's tariffs. That's the mispricing we are talking about here. He continued, the myopic focus on whether we are getting a Fed rate cut in May or June is still completely irrelevant if the notion of the risk-free, as we know it, is fundamentally a challenge forever, which means cost of capital globally is going higher. He said specifically in that quote, I'm going to show you later, the little clip, that, Bitcoin is more than likely going to be the next reserve currency. Doesn't mean it's going to replace the dollar. It's just going to be another reserve currency. All right. So that is what, we're going into, guys. We're going into. All right. Before I go any further, let's check back in the chat. I don't know why Kirk is trying to get me to say 14 something 8. But I gotcha. XRP to replace Swift. Ripple CEO uncovers a $155 trillion opportunity. This one is for your XRP guys out there. Ripple's Brad Garlinghouse foresees big challenges in global infrastructure. Will Swift integration turn into a competition? Question mark. There we go. Brad Garlinghouse is just trying to take those coins to the White House. Oh my God. As the need for immediate settled cross-border transfers is expected to grow tremendously by 2032, blockchain integration would open its doors to an estimated $320 trillion market cap. Right now it's sitting at $3 trillion for the entire market cap of crypto right now. So that's a 100x. It's insane. 120x, 110x, almost 110x. Anyway, right now the cross-border transactions on Swift encapsulate 155 trillion, approximately 50 times larger than the global crypto market cap. In a recent interview with Fox Business, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse revealed the XRP versus Swift face-off in the cross-border payment sector is likely going to happen sooner rather than later, responding to the demand of modernization of the international banking sector. The end of Swift? Question mark, says John Squire. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse says XRP won't just compete, it will bury the Swift system. Faster, cheaper, and more reliable global payments are just around the corner. Of course, clicking on it, taking me to the real news on X. All right,
market opportunity here. Markets like Japan, I think, are still unlocking. The market opportunity here is massive. You have trillions of dollars flowing cross-border globally. It's still largely dominated by the SWIFT network, if you will. And that's architecture, that's a technology architecture that's developed 50 years ago. There's an opportunity to modernize. That takes time, particularly when you have a government in the U.S. kind of combating that innovation. But that's changing now. The Trump effect, if you will, is profound. You're seeing that in asset prices, but you're also going to see that in the adoption of these technologies.
Yeah, and I think, so when you're looking at the growth story then of Ripple, does it still come from overseas, or are you expecting a change in terms of domestic interest in Ripple?
Well, we're definitely already seeing a change in the domestic interest. The 6 weeks after President Trump was elected, we signed more deals in the United States than we had in the previous 6 months. So these are very innovative technologies. I think they're going to play out over 10, even 20 years in terms of how they integrate and rewire the financial infrastructure of the United States. That's across payments. That's across even the settlement of maybe real estate transactions, securities transactions. So I think we're going to see this play out over a long arc. But in the United States is finally unlocked, and I think people are underestimating how big that change is, and you'll see that continue to play out this year.
Yeah.
There we go, guys. There we go for my XRP fans in the chat. Brad Garlinghouse, very bullish, man. Very bullish on XRP. Replacing Swift entirely. All right. Do we have time for that? Yeah, we probably got a few more minutes. I can read the rest of this here. With 70% of merchants demanding payments so they're settled in 1 hour, Swift's regulatory 2 to 4 working day time just is not acceptable anymore. It's not. It can be deemed outdated. Brad Garlinghouse explained that Swift is a technology architecture that was developed 50 years ago, and integrating with blockchain will become inevitable to settle instantly with merchants. While it's largely dominated by Swift, XRP aims to capturing something of the 155 trillion cross-border payments market. Whether it's outpacing Swift or working together with Ripple to rewire the financial infrastructure. Imagine going through, this is Digital G over on X. Imagine going through the litigation and the senior financial services regulator in the United States for more than 4 years, only to be integrated with SWIFT via the payment system safe shortly afterwards, relatively speaking. Who would have thought that? However, this will put 1 XRP at $15,000 plus per token. I don't know about that, my guy. I don't know about that. Yeah, it's definitely bullish for XRP. $155 trillion market cap. Yeah, if it takes it all at once, probably. I'm not going to argue with that there. Time frame, not soon. It will take time, but we can take a look at that real quick. Guys, I want to show you real quick, if you want to do some quick moon math, head on over to Coin Perspective. I'm going to show you a tool right now. If you haven't caught me doing this yet, it is a treat. It is a treat. Of course. So, guys, go over to the Coins Perspective. If you want to know by market cap how much you would need to have a in terms of price point for a market cap to reach a certain price point that you want to exit on a particular project. Hopefully, I'm explaining this properly. God, my brain is mush today. Basically, just type in the coin that you're trying to get an estimate of your exit strategy. And yeah, currently XRP right now sitting at $2.25, so 2.25. Right now it's marking circulating supply is 58 billion of the total market cap supply. Total supply for the tokens in circulation is 100 billion. So that means it's only just a little over half right now, right? So you got that against the price to also think about. All right, I don't want to confuse anyone. It's a little hard to explain for, I know, some newcomers out there, but this is generally what you're looking at. If it was a fully diluted market cap with a fully diluted or fully allocated supply, then we'd be talking apples and apples, not apples and oranges. Let's just say, for example, it is a fully allocated supply. Then you would change this down here. The circulating supply is 100 billion, right? So 100 billion XRP is in circulation at that point. Let's put that down here. So that'd be 100 million. We want 100 billion. There it is, 100 billion, fully allocated, done. The next step would be market cap here. Market cap right now currently sitting at 225 billion. It's, again, one of the top coins in our space. It used to be number 2. Right now, I think it's number 5, number 4. I forget how far it is behind Ethereum, whatever. But anyway, yeah, we would basically put that in here. The market cap expected to get to the $155 trillion available, right, for taking in cross-border payments. Right there would be 155 trillion, taking the price to what he's talking about, $1,550. Now, how long will it take? That I did a little more research into that, because these coins are not in, like I said, they're not in total supply. They're not out there for everyone to gobble up. So that's number one. You'd have to have it totally, allocated, and on top of that, you'd have to also have the amount of time required for all of the available money to just go into this system. It means all the systems that we set up. XRP has been doing a lot of work. The last 4 years, it's been doing a lot of work. So they could have a lot of these partnerships already set up, but I think it's still going to take time for each region to accept each one. And so 1550, maybe, just not anytime soon. All right, that's where I'm going with that. Okay, let's get back into this here. And yeah, let's get into the real news, guys. The real news over on X. I've had it. I'm having a day, guys. I'm having a day. Let's just try to accept my damn apartment application. Even if I try to give them money, guys. I literally tried to give them like $15,000. Just hold this apartment for me. just take my money. Shut up and take my money. They wouldn't do it. Oh, God. I'm just so jaded tonight. Anyway, the Daily Hodl, anything. I just wanted to check a couple sites to see if anything's breaking while we're talking. We're still waiting on the signature to come in for the Arizona bill for the strategic reserve of Arizona. So that's still out there. Could be popping up any day now, or any minute, or any hour. Deleting the whole blockchain. EU regulators say entire blockchain histories could be erased for personal data protection. This is sus. Why is the EU doing so much like over-regulated? I mean, over-regulation, man. Oh my God. I don't even want to. I don't want to think about that. That's disgusting. Okay, $200 billion Bitcoin market, $200 trillion Bitcoin market cap now in play. There's too many zeros. Just type in 2T, man, please. Save my headache. As hyper Bitcoinization takes shape, Bitcoin OG Adam back. I think I have a clip of him talking about that too coming up. Let's just get into it, guys. There's a lot. I got a lot here on the real news over on X. Before I get into this, guys, please like, subscribe, do all the things down below. If you like what you're seeing here on YouTube, but if you also liked the Twitter platform, I'm also there as well. So check me out over there if you like that platform better. I also post every single day over there. Okay, let's see what else we got over here. Guys, let's get back in the chat before I jump into the real news for the day. Let's see. I am bullish on Litecoin for those. For those? What? I'm not sure what you're referring to on the. Oh, for the higher caps? For the higher caps. XRP I'm holding for the least 2 more cycles. Yeah. I mean, you do you, boo-boo. I'll definitely be buying up more XRP in the bear market. For sure. We'll see where it lands. Maybe I'll reach $10 this cycle, fall down to 5. We'll see where we go, where we land. 14. Yeah, the 14 thing. What the hell? Headegger says XRP I'm holding. Yes. Crypto Boz. How's it going, Crypto Boz in the house? Yeah. FXRP. I mean, it's too centralized for me. Make money? Yeah, sure. Make a little money on it. It's just it's just not for me. Too centralized for me. Bitcoin and Jasmine only. Oh, I like the way you think, my guy. God damn. Oh man, Crypto Boz. You're just preaching tonight. Maybe unless something else trending. This is a day-to-day operation, says Crypto Boz. Change is inevitable. And a hashtag the New World Order. XRP. Oh god. All right. Guys, I have to, of course, talk about my biases and things that I'm not biased on, and I'm very open to everything in crypto, honestly. Anyway, we got Simply Bitcoin shouting this out today. Only 0.013%. What even is that? Well, that's a little more than 8%. A little less than a fraction of a percent. What am I talking about? 0.013% of the world holds more than 10 million sats, 10 million satoshis. It's about 1% of Bitcoin. So less than, or yeah, a fraction of a percent, guys. A tenth of a percent. Not even. 1% of a percent. My brain is so fried. 1% of a percent, guys. It's like literally nothing. Of the entire world hold right now about $900 worth of Bitcoin. That's nothing. We're so early. Well, it won't be, unfortunately, because to own 1 Bitcoin, you guys got to get to at least 1 Bitcoin before it becomes impossible. Hopefully, you guys make enough in this bull run to do that. I encourage you to do so. State of Arizona to buy up to $8 billion in Bitcoin soon. It's happening. It's happening. Well, they got to get 1 signature. Just throw Bitcoin at her to sign it. I don't know. I don't know. How much more about interest rates does Trump really know than Jerome Powell? Well, he'll tell you.
Nice and respectful to the Fed. You're not supposed to criticize the Fed. You're supposed to let him do his own thing. But I know much more than he does about interest rates, believe me. I want to be very nice and respectful to the Fed. You're not supposed to criticize the Fed. You're supposed to let him do his own thing. But I know much more than he does about interest rates, believe me.
God, it's so silly stuff. I'm assuming this came out today from the Michigan rally. I don't know much about that. I didn't catch it. It happened about 6 o'clock today. I got home from my side hustle. I put some food on the stove. I cooked. And then I did the live stream. So I wasn't able to catch this. So let me know if you guys caught Trump speaking today. If he said anything else pertaining to our space. Probably not. Powell sweating inside the door right now. What the hell is that? A French fry? What the hell? Oh, my God. Anyway. Let's get back into the rest of the news here on Twitter. Just in, Senator McCormick discloses he bought over $1 million worth of Bitcoin during the dip at 80K. Legend. Well, he will be a legend in his family. Just in, Jack Mullers tells Bloomberg how 21 Capital will acquire Bitcoin, more Bitcoin than strategy. I want to see it, my boy. Eyes to the. What is it? Pie in the eye? Pie in the sky? Eyes? I don't know, man. I don't know, Jackie.
Raise accretive Bitcoin-denominated capital and grow something like Bitcoin per share through fundraising, but also building Bitcoin-native business lines and business models. I think, as Tether and myself co-founding the business as partners, we have a lot of experience and success in our other business ventures in finding high-margin, high-growth opportunities, and we hadn't seen anyone that was using access to the capital markets, access to a massive Bitcoin balance sheet, extend that opportunity beyond just buying Bitcoin and actually building on top of Bitcoin. So we are a Bitcoin business at our core. It's at our founding. It's in our name. It's on our board. It's at our leadership. We build Bitcoin products. We're focused on Bitcoin cash flow, and then obviously an ability to accumulate Bitcoin through capital market fundraising and grow our Bitcoin per share. So we are as pure play a Bitcoin opportunity in the capital markets as we think exists, and that is what sets us apart from everyone. Pull in the market.
So it's going to be interesting to see how that strategy plays out. I mean, I guess he's got... I mean, right now, right out the gate, he's going to have more opportunities than Sailor, just because Sailor doesn't have his full Bitcoin bank, opportunities really in full effect yet. He's still building that idea out, fleshing it out, Bitcoin-backed loans, that sort of thing. So I think 21 Capital is going to have at least that right out the gate, more opportunities, more options with people and their Bitcoin. But eventually, Sailor is going to have that. Or are you going to be able to catch up before? I don't know. Anyway. I think they're gonna come out with the first offering. What is it? 40,000 Bitcoin? Isn't that what they're talking about? I don't know. I keep forgetting these numbers, guys. It's $40 billion worth of Bitcoin, or 40,000 Bitcoin. My brain just sees numbers now. Everything just kind of mushes together. New strategy is synthetically halving Bitcoin. This one I thought was really interesting. So MicroStrategy's Microsailor's strategy is synthetically halving Bitcoin by purchasing at least half of the newly minted supply each and every month. This, according to Bitcoin analyst Adam Livingston. So yeah, they are technically creating another halving within a halving, or after the halving, by just purchasing half of every single allotted amount of Bitcoin every single month. And right now, guys, we're only producing... Oh, wow. I literally just typed in calculator on the browser. I typed in calculator on my Windows machine. Okay, there we go. All right, so yeah, we're only producing 450 a day right now, roughly every single day is 450. So we got 13,500 biddies per month. That's it. Per day. That's per day. Per day. Yeah, per month. Is that really it? That's so small. That can't be it. It's so small, guys. It's nothing. All right, moving on. All right, so anyway, no man should work for what another man can print. It's just that simple, says Jack Mallers to Anthony Popliano on his podcast.
These during instrument in an economy. It needs to be able to measure a grain of sand or a professional sports team. So it needs to be able to scale to any transaction size. It needs to be portable. I got to be able to move it.
He's of course just talking about Strike right now. But he said it somewhere in there. Probably at the very beginning. Just want to get that quote.
Podcast, and he described this perfectly. Here's what Jack had to say.
Really, for me, it's no man should work for what another man can print. And so I don't do dollars strictly out of just principle. Yeah. I will not live my life and contribute my time and energy for what another man can print. The properties money needs, scarcity is the most important, but it needs to be saleable and liquid. You need to be able to exchange it at any point for whatever you need. You need to be liquidity. It needs to be.
So anyway, that's of course his quote from Jackie Mallers. I've been living my life on that premise alone. Thank God. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you. All right, let's check back in the chat before I get any further. You guys are blowing it up. You guys are blowing it up. On headphones, yeah, my volume is low. Something's been kind of screwy here lately. Yeah, I don't know what's going up with the stream. The volume's been kind of moving on and off. I've noticed that too, even on my headset as well, with the videos. Let me get back to that real quick. Hang on one second. I'm just going to play a little bit more of this just to kind of
be able to move it. I need to be able to verify its authenticity. If I can't tell the difference between a fake and a real one, these are the properties that define if a money is a good technology.
Thanks, hey guy. Thank you. All right, getting back to the chat. What else we got in here? Been begging my family to buy Bitcoin, and they look at me like I'm crazy, says Cody. Yes, 100%. 100%. I think someone else said some stuff before that, too, pertaining to this as well. Most people just don't get it yet. 100%, my guys. I just talked about that yesterday, about how I've been talking to my family for the last 3-4 years. Get into this. You have to get started. Don't wait till it's too late. The time is now. All the cliches, and it's really hard for them to understand it, even after all these years. And take the time out of their day. Just do a little bit of research. What is money? That's the big question. What is money? Once you understand what money is, then Bitcoin is pretty much pretty clear to be the solution. So yeah, wake up. Wake up, people. Crypto is the future, says Crypto Boast. Preaching tonight, Crypto. Hey guy says, I try to tell them that so many people as I can. Most people just don't get it. That's right, hey guy. Most people don't. That's why we are the lucky ones, says Crypto. That's right. You get Bitcoin at what? The price you deserve. That's what Michael Saylor always says. Yeah, the rally was about 100-day accomplishments. He mentioned the market, some, but not explicitly crypto. Okay, you're talking about Trump and his rally tonight. Thank you for that update. Too quiet. That's when the audio one is down. All right, so good. We're good now. Been begging my family to buy Bitcoin, but they look at me like I'm crazy. Oh, well, I am crazy, so it is kind of hard for me to convince my my family. I guess with that, if you take two things and you put them into one, it doesn't. It's not a good. Yeah, it's not a good face. Not a good face value. Anyway, we have to teach others. That's why I'm here, man. That's why I started this anyway. I kind of moved on a little bit from that because you can't lead a horse to water and get it to drink. You can get it there, but you can't get it to drink. It has to drink itself. We have to teach others. Yes, on headphones. Yeah, your volume's low. Okay, we're good on that now. Show my family and friends my unrealized gains, and they are still afraid and scared that this is not going to play out. I don't understand it either, guy. I've done the same thing too. I've done the same thing too. I've showed my father, just that I've doubled my entire net worth, tripled my entire net worth even at one point, and even compared that to his retirement, my retirement. I'm trying to save you. Don't you understand? I'm trying to save you. It's crazy, you guys. You're bringing this stuff up tonight. I didn't want to talk about this stuff again tonight, but you're bringing it up. I showed my gains too. It's same, bro. It's pretty funny. It's pretty sad in my opinion. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm real with you guys. I love that you guys are real with me too. I tell the people that eventually will catch on. Don't be one of them. Yeah, don't be one of them, guys. You got to catch on if you're not in yet. Right, sound is, yes, we're good on sound. Strawberry Dragon says, I just told my doctor to buy Bitcoin. When I saw him this morning, he didn't know anything about it either. My guess is that at least he's a doctor and it makes good money. yeah, that's true. So we're good. And Milk Money says, we are so early and it's nice to see that I'm in good company. 100%, especially in the bear market when it gets really rough and everyone's like, all of the euphoria is gone and all the buildup is gone. You're gonna need a safe place to be. I'm telling you, it gets dark for some people, especially the ones that didn't get out or holding too much risk. Right? 401k is a scam. Right there. Strawberry Dragons 100%. Wish I could get it all out and buy me some Bitcoin now. I mean, you can. I mean, I'm not sure what you got going on, but it takes time. It takes time to do it. I did it back in 2021. It's a lengthy process. 100% Milk Money. 100% says Strawberry Dragons. I stacked for my daughter. Hope she has a chance to survive the future. Yeah, that's all we can do. That's exactly what I described to my parents too. I said I put so much risk on the table. I've sacrificed everything. I went down to visit my family every other year. I didn't spend anything. I didn't want to go on any fancy vacations. I stopped buying new things back in 2020 once you learned about everything that happened there. And then I went down that crazy rabbit hole. It took me into crypto, and everything's been basically 100%. I make money, goes to crypto. I borrow off of everything, and then that's how I've been living my life. I've risked so much. It's crazy. Thanks, Strawberry. Thank you. 100%. Thank you. Yes, I cashed mine out and invested into crypto just a month ago, says a guy. Talking about 401ks and retirement funds, I'm assuming. Yes, 401k, that is my pension, says a guy. Oh, Ramona, how's it going, Ramona, in the chat? How's it going? We're talking about pulling out of 401ks now. The chat is completely derailed the whole show. Let's freaking go, guys. In it to win it, says a guy. 100% fire. Yeah, we were just talking about how, yeah, you should not print money. You should not print money on the backs of the people. And again, everyone knows the jig is up. Even Jerome
U.S.
Powell.
federal government's on an unsustainable fiscal path, and that just means that the debt is growing faster than the economy. We're borrowing from future
Anyone
generations.
else holding this
People
stuff?
that use fiat currency as a store of value, there's a name for them. We call them poor.
You don't want to be poor. Of course, the poor people save their money in fiat. That's right, every single day, thinking it's going to help them in the future. But unfortunately, it's only going to melt like a melting ice cube away 10 to 15% every single year. All right. An average of about 1 to 1.25 every single month. Percent. Gone. Absolutely gone. All right, let's check back in the chat real quick, and then we got to continue onward. Hidegger says, haha, yeah, why hold stocks in 401k when you could just buy Bitcoin instead? 100%. What does Jackie say? Jackie just said this the other day too. Jack Muller has also said, get out of my office if you can't produce something that's gonna, appreciate more than 65% a year. He literally says, get the F out of my office. He said that it was a few months ago. Anyway, Ramona also saying too, I emptied my savings account, so I'm very excited about the alt run. Damn, let's go, Ramona, all in. Yes. Yeah.
I'd buy that for $1.
I'm all in too, Ramona. I know the feeling. All right, so what else we got on here? Corporations. This is brought to you by I'm George. We're all George over there at Crypto or Us. Corporations added over 80,000 Bitcoin in reserves in April alone. That's over 6,000 more Bitcoin acquired than in Q1 of 2025 in a single month. They're not stopping. This is why you gotta get on one, at least one Bitcoin, or get off zero. That's what everyone tries to say, right? Get off zero, but try to get the one Bitcoin at least. And again, just showing you that for reference, I did just the other day as well with the Bitcoin wallets. Oh no, that's Mr. 100's wallet. I forgot all about that. We haven't looked at that in a while either. But I wanted to show you guys, where is it? The top 100 wish list for Bitcoin holders. This is again the percentage of wallets, or wallets. That's not individuals, right? That's why we got the Simply Bitcoin estimating 0.013% of all holders holding only 10 million satoshis, which is right around $900 of Bitcoin. So yeah, right now, holders right now of wallet addresses totaling holding at least one Bitcoin is only at a 1.8% of the, 1.8% of the entire wallet addresses. And of course, I don't know about you guys, I have multiple addresses. I have 5 or 6 addresses, maybe even 10 now, right? Count for the ones that I'm not even using anymore, hot wallets and everything else. So everyone accumulatively holding these assets in different assets, wallets, addresses are totally different metric when you're talking about how many people. So I would say less than, take that into freaking consideration, maybe just say half of that amount there. Not even 1 million addresses hold at least one Bitcoin. Probably not even 400,000 people hold one Bitcoin. People. So yeah, huge number, guys. We're probably looking at somewhere between 0.5% to 1% of people holding at least one Bitcoin in a wallet, or an individual holding one Bitcoin is what I mean. An individual holding one Bitcoin. So again, huge. You got to get off zero. Got to get to at least one. Try as hard as you can. Fight tooth and nail for your future, and the generation of your family. It's gonna be crazy, guys. We are talking about the biggest wealth transfer in history happening right now. All right, getting back to, if I can get back to the real news. There we go, on X. Take a look real quick at where Bitcoin's at, sitting at 94.4, almost 94.5. We'll get back to there in a moment as we do the market close at the end. Well, the market open for the foreign markets, and we'll do prediction at the end of the show. We're almost there, guys. We got about the half hour left to go. We're good. We're good. We got plenty of time. Plenty of time. All right, so where are we at? BlackRock just bought another $970 million, basically another $1 billion of Bitcoin today, according to Vivek. Japanese clothing brand just bought 35 Bitcoin today, worth $3.3 million. It's only a matter of time until every company puts Bitcoin on their balance sheet. Brought to you by Crypto T. Always love Crypto T. Adam Back saying, all right, now we're talking. Sharing Charles B. Munger's breaking. Arizona makes history. First state to launch strategic Bitcoin reserve. Pledges up to 10% of public funds. Although 3 hours right before the show, I tried to find whether Katie signed the bill, and it still was not there yet. So hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. It's still not 100% done yet, from what I understand. Simply Bitcoin, just in President Trump's executive director, Bo Hines, says there is a space race to accumulate all the Bitcoin. It is really important for us to recognize its uniqueness.
That's like asking any country, how much do you want of any asset with intrinsic stored value? You want as much as you can possibly accumulate. You know, there are stipulations in the we must do this in budget neutral ways that don't cost the taxpayer a dime. But as the president likes to say, we have a lot of high IQ people in this administration, specifically over at Treasury and at Commerce, and I'm very confident in the leaders in those buildings to come up with extremely creative ways for us to accumulate. And we're very excited about that. And certainly we want to move as expeditiously as possible to do that. You know, I think that there is definitely a sort of space race as it pertains to accumulation of this asset, no different than there is with gold, right? So we're very excited about it. I think one thing I'd like to point out too about that executive order is that we recognize the other ecosystems that exist, and that's why we have the digital assets national stockpile as well. You know, we want to encourage innovation in other spaces in the industry, but I think it's really important that we do recognize Bitcoin for its uniqueness. And like you described, it's a finite asset, it's a commodity, not a security. It has the immaculate conception, as David has said, and that intrinsic stored value piece is there. It's been well adopted by the market.
And it's not centralized, right? Of course, being immaculately concepted that way. Anyway, so yeah, we also got Ray Dalio saying a loss of confidence in the US dollar could drive investors to decentralized assets alternatives like Bitcoin. It's coming. MicroStrategy is now running its own Bitcoin node and broadcasting a custom mempool instance. More coming soon. So everyone's speculating that MicroStrategy is going to flat out just show you that all of the Bitcoin they have on their holdings, just live and transparent, just like El Salvador. That's what everyone's speculating Strategy is putting up right now. And I would imagine that the U.S. government should follow suit as well. It makes only sense. I mean, come on. It's what everyone else is going to do. It's going to be the most progressive thing to do in our space, I guess. And it's a positive thing, of course. Breaking, North Carolina Bitcoin Reserve just passed all initial committees. The states are racing to buy Bitcoin. If every state buys $10 billion worth of Bitcoin, guys, there's not enough Bitcoin being produced to keep up with the demand. It's insane. I just told you MicroStrategy itself is buying half the entire supply for the year. Essentially. Every single month, buying half of the entire supply. They're building a Bitcoin bank targeting $500 trillion market. I think we already showed this one a few times. I didn't want to play it again, but if you guys want to out there, it's about 5 minutes long. I'll just play a little clip at the beginning.
Business model is to securitize Bitcoin. So we're a Bitcoin treasury company. That means we hold Bitcoin as our primary treasury asset, and we offer securities to investors that they need to give them they slice various risks of performance, volatility, and risk.
Okay, I'm going to stop it there. But yeah, obviously he was pertaining to at the time, launching the MSTY, and of course the MSTR offerings have been on the table for quite a while. Anyway, so yeah, just in, the Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick says Bitcoin, if it's treated like a commodity. It is the freedom that we all look for.
Right? And it's like gold. Now, gold trades anywhere. No one stops me from buying this ring when I want to buy a ring of gold. Right? So gold trades everywhere. Exchanges, okay. If you want to be an exchange, you can be an exchange. But if you want to buy and sell gold, you can buy and sell gold. Right. So I think you should be able to buy and sell Bitcoin. It's a commodity. It should be treated like a commodity. It should be treated like oil. It should be treated like gold. It's intellectually correct. I know people have all sorts of things to say about it, but in the end, it's not a currency, it's a commodity. And once you embrace the concept of a commodity, you'll see how beautiful that is and how that fits into almost every thoughtful box, right? No one stops someone from selling oil from one person to another. No one should stop someone from selling Bitcoin from one person to another, using Bitcoin, however they want to do it. You want to put it on an exchange? Fine, call it a commodity exchange. But let's understand that Bitcoin, if it's treated like a commodity, is the freedom that we all who are watching this podcast.
All right. All right, guys. Let me get back in the chat before I continue. We got a lot. I got a lot on the lineup today. So much hopium tonight, guys. So much hopium on a Tuesday. All right, Green Tea in the house. How's it going, Green Tea? How's it going? All right. Let me scroll back up, man. I gotta catch up with the chat. Jeez. Yes, last night I saw Ramona. Yes, very excited about the alt run. Oh my God, good to know I am not the only crazy one that went all in on too. Yes, guys, we're all crazy rich weirdos here, or pre-rich weirdos here on the chat tonight. Strawberry Dragons, yes, bringing on the flames. Bank accounts at a all-time lows, living like a broke bachelor. Hell yeah, that's been my life the last 4 years. Heck yeah. Yes, Green Tea in the house. How's it going? Squirtle in the house. Otaku, Green Tea. Yes, Quint says, Otaku, why you never come share your optimal swing trades with me in Discord? I only got so much time, my guy. My life is so chaotic right now. In a bad way, unfortunately. In a bad way. Crypto says, I might be a little bit out of touch. Are you still with Jasmine? What? Jasmine has never once left my side. Always with Jasmine. 100% with Jasmine. All the time. My second biggest bag is in Jasmine. For sure, Crypto Bows. I am still with Jasmine. A guy, of course. Otaku got 50 more subs now. He is cool to me. Well, thank you, man. Thank you. Just don't see it anywhere near as usual. Probably just missed something. 100%. I gotcha. Jasmine, XCN, Swift, XRP, ZBEC, HBAR, and some others. Nice bag. Yeah, nice snack there, A guy. I like, of course, all of those ones you just mentioned. Crypto says, what's trending right now? What is hot? Well, what's popping off? I guess we can get into that here in a bit. Remind me in just a moment. We're going to get through the rest of this news. I've got so much more, guys. So much more. Quantitative firm Presto predicts that the Bitcoin price could hit $210,000 this year. Let's freaking go.
Institutional adoption and the global liquidity expansion. For ETH, our target price was based on ETH to BTC, the BTC to ETH ratio, which was 0.05. We still maintain that as well, reflecting the community's efforts to address value leakage problem. I mean, granted, not everything turned out the way we expected so far this year, especially the macro outlook and the market reaction to it. But I think in hindsight, I think it was actually a healthy correction, which have paved the way for the further re-rating of the Bitcoin as a mainstream asset.
I think our mission so far this month has been trying to figure out, was there anything broken in the market? Let it be confidence or some kind of global order, and how these assets are positioned in people's portfolio. And we were just talking about the comparison between gold and Bitcoin. What happened this month? Because gold ran, Bitcoin didn't. Now it's trying to catch up. Is that what's happening? And do you think Bitcoin will outrun gold for the rest of this year?
Yeah, so I think Bitcoin has two faces, digital gold and risk-on assets. And most of the time, Bitcoin behaves like a risk-on assets because it's a network whose value comes from the user adoption and network effect, very similar to an internet company, for instance. But it was during a crisis that the Bitcoin behaves like a gold, because it's designed after the physical gold in terms of like a digital scarcity and so forth. But these moments are rare. So it only happened when the market has doubts about the stability of the U.S. dollar-dominated financial system, like when Russia invaded Ukraine in early 2022, or when Silicon Valley banks collapsed in early 2023.
Yes.
And then most recently, in the aftermath of the Liberation Day tariff announcements. So I think the Bitcoin is just doing what it does, which is sometimes it acts like a risk-on asset, most of the time. But during the crisis, it acts like a gold, and then that's what we.
So it's just like what Cathie Wood has been talking about for the last 3 years, about how she believes it is a risk-on and a risk-off asset, of course, pertaining to Bitcoin. All right, so much Bitcoin in the news today. Just in crypto, Coinbase to launch its new fund to offer a yield on Bitcoin. We actually covered that yesterday, but I wanted to remind you guys, that was pretty big announcement coming out of Coinbase yesterday. San Francisco looks like a post-apocalyptic world. It does. Everyone living on the streets, just selling their wares, just kind of putting up anywhere. It's probably where I'm gonna be going, guys. I ain't got no job. I ain't got no home. I ain't nowhere to live. Just in, Porsche says they will be definitely raise prices and U.S. tariff remain in place. This stuff coming out into the morning. We also got a freaking speeder bike, guys. Like Star Wars. Crazy stuff happening. And I'm not here, of course. America's so far behind. But yeah, there we go. I'm definitely gonna get me one of those. That's pretty damn cool. And then we've got Rex Kaiser telling dear Canadians who still have a brain left. He's always blunt. Move to El Salvador. How it feels to be a Bitcoiner in Canada today. Just burning my house down. Just let it go. Ridiculous. Gold is a store of value, argues, of course, the gold bugs. And but the Bitcoiners saying gold's the only use cases to help explain Bitcoin to boomers. Pretty good points. It's a pretty good point. That's pretty much been the most effective way to explain to anyone over 55. White House just said that Amazon displaying tariffs on its products is a hostile political move. We covered that this morning. If you guys were here with the crew this morning, with the market open live with me, trying to sift through all the crypto chaos and market madness in the morning, it was crazy. Of course, with just a little bit of coffee. Where the hell did my coffee go? Oh, yeah. With a little bit of coffee in the morning, we can get through it together. Of course, we were talking about Amazon prices about ready to pump up. The market is about ready to really feel it, consumer and retail sector especially. And then developing, of course, MicroStrategy has the custom mempool page. Are we going to get on-chain proof of reserves? I hope so. That's what I hope. All right, and this is pertaining to what we saw earlier today. I don't want to play any more videos. We're already running on overtime right now as it is. Okay, Amazon display tariff costs for consumers. This is actually not true. It was actually a Chinese large retailer within Amazon that sells a lot of the Amazon basic products, I think, called Amazon Hull, that is showing the tariff cost to consumers. So Amazon hasn't come out officially saying that they're going to do the same thing. And that's the idea. That's what I've heard anyway. I don't know. You guys got to confirm that. Not financial advice. Yada yada yada. Okay, getting back to where we were this morning. I still haven't. I've got so much stuff, guys. I've been sharing like crazy the past 24 hours. This is the reminder to buy Bitcoin. Get off zero, guys. Get off zero. I am Cornholio. I need Bitcoin for my portfolio. You guys remember that back in the 90s? That's great. Good times. Good times. Imagine working 9 to 5 for 50 years, and then the Fed just prints 40% of the total money supply and inflates away 20 years of your work. Guys, don't let it happen to you. This is what we're talking about: finances and pensions, 401ks, Roth IRAs tonight here on the channel. It's important. It's very important to understand. That's how it works. That's how they want to take it from you. It's free money for them. Of course, they can print it away and do whatever they want with it. They're literally stealing your time away. China's money supply is exploding. Liquidity will follow into Bitcoin. It will flow into Bitcoin for sure. Sitting at 326 trillion yuan. Oh my God, Chinese yuan. All right. Governments can't buy Bitcoin quietly. Adam back. Yeah, Adam back. This is the video I was talking about, guys.
On a bold scale, a program to buy 1 million Bitcoin, or the BitBond plan, which is pretty interesting, to kind of mix Bitcoin buying with treasury bonds, so you have kind of money back, you know, a repayment guarantee from the US government, but some Bitcoin exposure. I think that's pretty interesting. So if one of these things happen, I think that changes the picture as well, because other governments they'd have to react, they'd have to figure out what they're going to do. It's very hard for a government to do things quietly, and you can't buy OTC in unlimited quantity because the OTC sellers run out, and then everybody's buying on their exchanges, and then you run out of Bitcoins and the price gets higher. I think the 500,000 to 1 million is without the US government buying, just not selling what they already hold through seizures and things like that. So we'll see what happens. And the institutions are another
crazy stuff. I guess I don't have that clip I was looking for where he basically says the same thing as well, but with a turn into the reserve, right? I mean, not the reserve, the world reserve currency, right? So anyway, Bitcoin is headed to be the world reserve currency of the future, or at least one of them. All right, okay, that goes back into the beginning of the day. We are all caught up on the real news on Twitter. It took a while. I had so much held back to show you guys. Getting back in the chat before we get into the normies tonight. Is that Kevin? Kevin's in the chat. Oh man, the smokes. I don't have any. I'm sorry, I don't got any smokes for you, bro. I guess I owe you now. I guess. Smokes, come on, let's go. All right, let's get back into this real quick. Gotta scroll up again to find out where we left off. What's trending now? That's right. Crypto Boss was asking what is trending right now. Right now, guess what's trending? You guys are gonna be happy about this one. You ready for it? All right, you ready for it? Drum roll.
I'd buy that for $1.
Maybe not buy this one right yet, but maybe on a pullback. Cookie right now is #1 trending on the upside. Cookie. That's right, guys. I know a lot of you guys hold Cookie DAO. It's popping off today. Within the last few days, actually. Cookie's been doing damage. Wow. I guess it is mostly today. Yeah, the 29th. Wow, today's the 29th. That's crazy. This is all just today. Nuts. Cookie doing damage. Running up from 15 cents to 17, 18 cents on the day. High today was almost touching 19 cents. Crazy stuff, guys. Again, it's only the beginning. It's only the beginning. All right, let's get back in the chat and see what else you guys are talking about after that. Of course, I didn't forget about you, Crypto. I didn't forget about you. I think you're doing okay, Crypto. Yes. Ramona says our Air Force was practicing with jetpacks the other day. It looked just like that. That's freaking awesome. I definitely want to make a Iron Man suit, fully functional, similar kind of suit for sure one of these days. Eddie LT saw that ship to ship. Damn. A guy says I remember them talking about ordering them. That's cool. They are already training with them. Can you imagine they're gonna have like real life Quidditch or something that like along those lines in sports in the future? My God. Oh jeez. Actually, you're probably the most knowledgeable and entertaining person in crypto. What? Crypto Boss? I just can't. I can't take it, man. That's thank you, man. That's too much. Smokes, yes. Going back to smokes. I don't got any for you, Kevin. I'm sorry. Quint says, no way billionaire Bezos gonna allow profits to slide on tariffs. We gotta pay for that. Yeah, exactly. They're actually talking about Bezos today with Scott Besson and what's her name? Levitt, right? Levitt. So true. They want your labor, says Ramona. This is what they want. We are just slaves in the big debt cycle. Crypto Boss says, ready or Teddy or ready? What? Heidegger says, oh yeah, I'm pumped about Cookie DAO. Yeah, so we got plenty of Cookie fans in the audience. Big Bodo Games, what's up, Otaku? What's up, Big Bodo? How's it going? Big Bodo. Triple Bows, I know about cookie. I like cookies. I like to eat a lot of cookies. Gamma Goddess in the house. How's it going, Gamma? How's it going? Good evening, Otaku Crypto fam. How's it going, Gamma? All right, guys, let's go and check on the normies while we're at it. See if they're going to get a passing grade on the day. Typically, they only search for 3 things every single day. That is video games, sports, and celebrities. So what are they looking for today? Are they going to get a passing grade? Are they even looking at anything the real world has to offer, and at least in finances? Let's see. Bucks versus Pacers. Blue Ivy. PSG. Okay. Sports. Lots of sports. Normies love their sports. UPS layoffs. Ding, ding, ding. We got at least one thing. We did talk about that this morning. This morning we talked about this, how UPS is laying off, what was it, 100,000 workers, I think? Was it 500,000 workers? A lot of workers. I just remember it was a lot of workers. We talked about this morning. It might have been 500,000. I don't know. No, probably not. Maybe 100,000 workers. I don't know. They just got raises. And again, it was temporary because they're going to be replaced by all the robots coming to take their jobs. Self-driving cars, of course, coming in the future for American delivery companies. Now You See Me 3. What? That's, of course, Normie searching for movies today. Yeah, I guess I didn't know there was a second one. At least I don't remember there being a second one. Epic Games. Why are people looking for Epic Games? Fortnite Stormtrooper skin. Wow. Going right back into Star Wars again there. Big Lots reopening stores. Interesting. Jeremy Renner, Celtics. We got Lindsey Graham, Trump Pope. Okay. Cubs vs. Pirates. Billy Nelson, Weapons. Weapons? Movie trailer? Okay. Milwaukee Bucks, Diamondbacks. Okay, sports. Normies love even more sports. And Mark Zuckerberg. Well, that's interesting. Meta AI app. Beyonce Kids. God. You had to slip with something big celebrity thing in there at the very end. All right. I'm going to give them maybe a D again today. I mean, they did look up at least UPS, Amazon tariffs. I mean, some of the things that are shaking our market. They're starting to wise up a little bit in the grand scheme of things, and that's a big one. That's 500,000 searches on Amazon tariffs. So I'll give them a D today. I kind of want to give them a C minus, maybe a D plus. D plus. That's what they're going to get today. All right, Normie's looking for Bitcoin today in Google searches coming down in the last 12 months. Still looking at a downward trend on the most part. Last 7 days, pretty much flatlined down to nothing. Sitting at a very low of about 37. Okay. All right, guys, let's get back into Bitcoin. How's it going right now? How are we feeling? Right now, Bitcoin's sitting at 94.5. 94.5. Nothing's really changed. The range is still about the same. Again, it looks like we just lost a little bit more support. It's not as strong as it was when we opened the stream. The show was coming in a little bit stronger on the level of support we were laying on. We're still laying on it. It's just a lot less buy zones are coming in where we are right now. So let's get back in the chart real quick, see where we're going to go. We could roll on over and do a double bottom and then probably a retest upward. But of course, it's not my decision. It's the Crypto Chaos Magic's decision, as I am just a tool. I am just an instrument of chaos. All right. Where's my Bitcoin pizza lighter? They're gonna light, of course, the Bitcoin candle and get the ritual started for Bitcoin tonight. Crypto Chaos Magic. Of course, we're gonna say our seance on the altar. Croc Payos. Burn, of course, a little bit of Benny as a sacrifice. There's a lot of ashes and burnt up bennies all over this freaking altar. It's a mess. It's becoming a mess. There it goes, guys. Boom. It's on the altar in a flame. And yes, of course, idolizing the moon. We are ready to get started. That's right. All right. Okay. So, where's Bitcoin going tonight, guys? Where is it going tonight? Well, we can, of course, review a little bit, recap from last night. Of course, I was feeling a little bit more baseline or bullish last night. We ended up actually laying a bit more into our bullish target, which is, of course, solid. Happy to see that almost on par. If it was just a little over, I still can't get over that one there. Anyway, we're going to clean this one up and, of course, start out fresh. If you guys are watching this for the first time ever, I welcome you to to the chaos magic live stream. But yeah, what we do every single night is, of course, take our ritual sticks, which pertain to every single hour in Eastern Standard Time, where max volatility occurs. That's right, 9 a.m., 9 p.m., 12, 3, and 3 p.m., all pertaining to the market open, the intraday trading, and, of course, the market close on this side of the world and the other, relatively, pretty much on par. It's crazy. You go back, of course, looking at some of the other peaks in time frame. Of course, we got the market open right there. Boom. All the volatility coming in the volume. Again, guys, it's crazy how it works out, but psychology and everything plays into the market, the time frames, everything. It is all, it all adds up. It's all equative. All right, moving on. Of course, looking at Bitcoin right now, sitting at 94.5. We're stuck in a clear channel, clear range, with, of course, a little bit higher level of support, even though right now it looks like the market wants to not keep this level as high as it once did when we first opened the stream. I mean, on the short term, it looks like it's starting to build up again. It does look like it's starting to build up again right now. You know what? I'm going to say our bullish is going to honor that a little bit more. All right, so getting into that right now, we're going to look at our baseline target, our bull target, and our super bull, super bear. Of course, the most satire versions of them, but yes, every once in a while they work out too. Anyway, moving on. Let's get back to the chat real quick before we go any further with this market prediction tonight. Psychological levels are super important, says Green Tea. 100% there. As most traders always just look at, of course, the simple moving averages, like the SMAs, which they're good too. They're good too. I played around those for a while. I just kind of rolled into my own thing. But yeah, we got Crypto Boss says nice. Cody, yes, to the moon. Well, let's find out. I mean, we're getting at a super tight range. I would still like to see this move on forward for another week, though. Honestly, if we could stay at this level for another week on this hill, we've only been up here for about a week now. It would, of course, confirm everyone's, psychological level, and then move on forward in a very comfortable fashion. But that's not how Bitcoin works. Bitcoin is, of course, powered by chaos, so we're waiting for that to play out. Bitcoin right now sitting at 694.6. Are we about ready to see a big push to the upside? We still have about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I think about roughly 2 hours until they get into their day trading session in Japan. So it's still a little early. So anything is possible. They already did start to buy up a dip that we just gave them. The dip, of course, happened at the close today, 3 p.m. The market decided it didn't want to buy Bitcoin anymore, and after the ETF settled, some entities started to sell off in a large way. And that's where we're at right now, with Bitcoin being bought up like crazy since the market opened in Japan. Okay, so with that out of the way, where are we going tonight? Let's get our ritual sticks moved on over into position and get started. Ready. Here we go. Here we go, guys. 9 p.m. 9:36 right now, currently in Eastern Standard Time. All right. Got it. Okay, so right here we go. Let's get on into it. So, yeah, we're going to clear channel right now between 93.7, strong, not so strong level support. No, the next one below it's 93.4. I would say 93 is going to be our strongest level of support, right down there, 92.9 in that range, where we just, of course, bounced off of just a couple days ago. So, yeah, we're going to be looking at this to play out maybe a little bit to the upside towards the end of the night in our baseline. So I'm thinking something like this tonight, sitting at 95, pull back, retest, and then just kind of a chop sideways for a while. Of course, looking at maybe, that's too clean. That's way too clean. Chop up, double top, pull back, and maybe roll on over in the market open. Something like that playing out tonight for our baseline target. This is on the backs of nothing happening in China. No one's saying anything about tariffs overseas. This is like your safe bet. Your safe bet right now. I'm kind of feeling again more probably baseline bullish maybe. I don't know. We'll see where we end up. Right now, of course, we also have a possible double top into a breakout sitting at 95.5, and maybe even further on up. This one right here would be our bullish, just kind of reclaiming 95.5, rolling on over until the market opened in America. Why am I, what is going on? Why am I going so far out? 9:15, 4:15, no! I gotta do that one again. Alright, boom, boom, and roll on over. Yeah, something like that. And then that's gonna be our bullish target. And our super bull target, which I would love to see. It's probably not gonna play out, obviously. Satire. Double top real early to about 12 intraday trading, breaking on up to the upside to 95.8, and then maybe double topping again into the market close, ultimate rally. Who knows what the hell's going on at that point? The markets are all closed at that point. Who the hell is pumping? I don't know. Getting up to 90, I don't know, 7K and rolling on over. Let's do that. God. I do not think that's going to play out. But you know what? I want Crypto Chaos to pick that up and just do it. Just do it. All right. So, of course, then our next target would be our bear case scenario. Probably rolling on over. Rolling on down. Double topping right out the gate. Falling down to retest 94.6. Falling down to our next key level, 93.8. Hopefully trying to get a little bit more on top and then rolling on down in the morning. I would say maybe on the opposite is going to be true. Yeah, something like this. Playing on up, double top, double top there, fall down, and then reclaiming 94.3 in the morning. So that would be our bear case scenario. I'm feeling like that's, again, I'm probably feeling more base case bearish, maybe. I don't know. I feel like the market may not just pop off just yet. I don't know. I feel like we still got a couple more days. Wednesdays are usually pretty good, though. I mean, Wednesdays are usually the most volatile, in my opinion, from what I've experienced over the years. So I think tomorrow for America, not the foreign markets Wednesday, but our Wednesday will probably be more bullish. So I'm looking at maybe this playing out by the end of tomorrow. So that right there, yeah, I'm not gonna go there. We're just gonna leave that there. If that plays out when it plays out. Of course, this one going into the weekend, hopefully on Sunday night, if we cannot get Bitcoin to 100K before the end of the week. We got to get on this ramp eventually. That's the goal. The goal is to get onto this ramp and start chopping up a little bit higher. But the longer we do that, the more confirmation we have for the later, the longer this will play out. So, or, the longevity of it to play out. Anyway, because we don't just want to go up here and then just lose it right away. That's the whole point. Of course, our super bear target moving down into our fire sale level, which is barely even recognizable anymore. Fire sale right now is currently sitting at a $76,138 Bitcoin. The super bears get what they want. I guess we're going to try to give it to them. They're not going to get it, but you know what? Anything's possible for the super bears out there. And there it is, the super bear target of $76,100 Bitcoin. Super bear target. All right, so yeah, all in all, I'm probably going to say more base case than anything right now. Bearish, possible. Until market open. I really am expecting something to happen tomorrow morning. We can't keep going all these days with no news. The market is literally going in blind, as I covered that article today, 100% confirming my own bias. Okay, maybe not confirming it, but at least recognizing that I'm not the only crazy person in the room who's like, they can't be trading on the backs of literally nothing every single day in the stock market. Anyway, let's get back to the chat real quick before we go. Matt Adams says, my psychological levels are always questionable. Yeah, 100%. Crypto JPEG, how's it going? Why am I always late? Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Crypto JPEG. Yeah, you're definitely late. We're at the very end, something big will happen on 5/5, says, it's the 9th Fibonacci number, 34 days since Liberation Day. Okay. That's about a month away from the tariffs began. I guess so. Man, I missed the show. Lame. Ryan, what are you doing? What's going on?
Stupid?
Sorry, Ryan. I'm sorry. Yeah, you missed it, man. You missed it. That sucks. We'll catch you next time, though. And, of course, we're going to be here in the morning as well. 8 p.m. here in the evening, Eastern Standard Time, and 9 a.m. for the market open. We typically tend to start about 10 minutes before the market open, just, of course, to get the skinny of what's going on before the opening bell. Yeah, so all over again, guys. Y2K all over again, Crypto Buzz. Oh my God, this is so funny. Oh, crazy. All right, guys. Well, I will catch you on tomorrow. Have a great night. Stay safe, and yeah, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going with the crypto magic, crypto chaos magic on the live stream overnight. I know you guys have been having a lot of fun chatting up there with me too. We had some crazy chats the other night. Oh my God, was it? Kurt Russell, and Kurt Russell's gonna be on a yacht with Dave Chappelle at the Bitcoin Bull Run party down in Puerto Rico. I don't remember all of it. It was crazy, guys. It was definitely a fever dream last night. Anyway, have a good one, guys. I will see you later. Peace. I've got my buttons all messed up. All right, guys. Are you feeling bearish? I'm not feeling very bearish. I'm not. I called it. I called it, though. I said, baseline bearish. Damn. All right. Well, I said it. All right. Hopefully it doesn't turn out that way. I'll see you guys later. Peace.
CBOE that BlackRock and Fidelity's proposals are insufficient.
We can make the dollar the most attractive currency by continuing to have the rule of law.
You always print money to do that.
I suppose it would diminish our status as the reserve currency.
Just shut up. There's no expectation of privacy above me in the sky.
So Bitcoin is the solution because you can buy Bitcoin right.
Fly me to the moon, let me trade a monster. Let me see what freedom's like without money and gold bars. In other words, hold my king. Oh, in other words, let's make history.
All right, guys. I can't believe you guys are still here. Just like you can't go back in time and get even any more Bitcoin, you can't go back in time and get any more of your time back from watching these credits. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. I'll catch you later. Peace.
Bet.